Hello everyone, it's pre-travel day, so I thought I'd quickly put together a little clip of what we've been doing for today and what we're packing. I'll also throw in at the end a little video that I did the other day in relation to our budget for the trip so far. So today is Monday the 23rd of September. We fly out tomorrow from Sydney to LA and then LA to Orlando, all on the one day. Today started off, well, actually last night started off interesting. We were just doing, the normal nighttime routine. We had the dishwasher going and the power went out. This dishwasher, mind you, is, 6 months old. And sort of investigating what was going on, why the power went off, and started to smell something. So panic stations really kicked in. For those that don't know, which most of you don't, the day before my engagement party, we actually had a very small fire in our house. So I was just having flashbacks of, the house catching on fire, just before another major event happening. So not really sure what's happened. We've just called the store to let them know that, we've left it unplugged. We're not going to turn it back on. And just to get the ball rolling on getting that looked at for when we return back and get someone out. So that was last night, and that was just an ordeal. And anyway, this morning, just going through emails, and at 7:30 I received this email. I'll put it up on the screen. Immediately my heart, I had a heart attack and got on the phone to ring American Airlines right away. To ask them what was going on. For those, I've been monitoring the flights through Google for the last couple of days, or even the last several weeks actually, just to see how they've been tracking it, because I have heard that there had been some cancellations. So getting this, it just was just horrible. And so I rang them, and he basically said that there was nothing on his end that indicated that it was cancelled. And I said, well, why did they send me this email? And he put me on hold, and while he was on hold, I jumped onto the American Airlines app, and I could see that it had updated. It still showed that it was on time, but the flight number had actually changed. Anyway, he came back off hold and told me that the flight had, the whole aircraft had changed for whatever reason, I'm not sure. By that stage I was just over the moon, like I won the lottery, that the flight is still going ahead. It's just a different flight number. It also means that we are sitting different. So originally we had a seating arrangement where we were sitting on the one side of the plane. There was 3 seats, so I was sitting, myself, Aiden and Ella were in the back row, and then in front of us we had Ryan and Andrew. And the reason why we did that is that we had a window seat for Aiden, and we also had Andrew or Ryan in front of Aiden. So if he was kicking the seat, it wasn't going to be, a drama, that because it's just him. Whereas now they've put us all in a straight line, so there'll be someone sitting in a window seat, and then 2 seats for us, and then across the aisle another 3 seats, and then someone sitting in that 4th seat. So there's no window seat, and there's people obviously that we don't know sitting in front of us. So that's just another thing that another hassle, that you have to make sure that he's not going to be kicking the seat and disturbing the person in front of you. We are leaving tomorrow at 5 a.m, so we should arrive at the airport just as check-in opens, or even probably before that, to be honest. So I'm hoping that we'll be up the front when the check-in gates open, and we'll be asking at the desk to see if there's any possibility that they could put us back to how we were, just for the fact that I'm really mindful of not wanting to interrupt someone else's journey, and we just wanted to make sure that both of us had aisle seats, like Andrew and I, so we could take turns of walking Aiden up and down the cabin and whatnot. He's just woken up. Anyway, so that's been our day. The kids have gone to school, so this is their last day at school, so they're probably getting really excited to wrap things up there, and that will be then done for the term. And the packing is all done, so I'll pop in a video now of how I've packed and what we've got going on. We're trying, like I've said before in an earlier video, the plan is to have the least amount of luggage on the journey there because of the car size, and then we've got luggage nested in on side each other, so we can bring all that back, all the goodies back that we plan on buying. So yeah, so I'll pop in the video now of the luggage, and then I'll add the budget at the end of this as well. So this is what we're packing. We've got a luggage that will get checked in. Inside it is checked luggage. This is actually Andrew's bag. There's a little bit of Ella's makeup and accessories. She wants to take some bath bombs. This is all our medicine, and this is all our shower stuff. There's some room in there to add any lights, bits and pieces that we're still obviously using, you know, like hairbrushes and whatnot, that we'll just put in there tomorrow morning. This next bag is another bag that's nested in on another bag. They're both large, they'll both be checked in bags. Here we've got some towels that we're going to leave behind because we are going to Aquatica. They don't provide towels. We've got some bubble wands, an esky for the park. Inside that is a popcorn bucket and some ponchos. We've got a reusable cup that we've used from Typhoon Lagoon that we'll take again. Some sunscreen. In here is all sorts of stuff that we'll take to the parks, like fans, straws, some more sunscreen, tissues, anything that you'd have floating around in a bag. We've just got it all sat together. This is a portable fan for the pram, a rain cover for the pram, nappies, UV umbrella, just some inner soles for shoes in case anyone's shoes get uncomfortable, some washing up pods and some dryer sheets. And this box here is full of all of our electrical cables, like chargers and USBs and whatnot. So this will get checked in. In there we've got some portable change tables, a dish wand to wash up bottles and whatnot, and there's some headbands there as well that we'll utilise for the parks. In this sleeve we've got our foldable laundry baskets, our signs for the pram, and then some more decorations for the pram. So we've got some tinsel there, some cobwebs, and the cable ties to attach everything onto it. This is a check bag. It's Ryan's clothes. In here we've just got some space, so our travel folder will be in there. That's got all of our documentation. We've got a plane power that will come out as soon as we get on the plane for Aiden to use. I have checked it is suitable for if the airline does approve it. So that's all of Ryan's clothes. And then we've got a large, medium and a small, all nested in on each other. The small contains Ella's clothes. This carry-on contains my clothes, and this is Aiden's clothes. This is a little thing that sits over the tray table that has size and stuff, so I'm hoping that means when Aiden's playing with stuff it shouldn't fall off, because it should all self-contain. And this bag here will come onto the plane. It contains all the activities Aiden can hopefully be occupied with while we're on the flights. So this is everything compiled. So we've got the 3 carry-ons. We've got 2 check bags here. We've got 1 other check bag just in the bedroom ready to put those last minute additions in. We've got the stroller here. This bag here is actually from IKEA. I read somewhere on a vlog about a couple of years ago that these bags, they're $7, fit our brand of stroller. You just got to take the front wheel off. That also gives me an opportunity to slide anything else in there that we might get away with. So in there I've actually got the booster seat tucked in there as well. There are 2 bags that we'll have under our seats. Ella will have a 3rd bag that she'll bring home today from school. We'll utilise that to have all her snacks and also things to keep her occupied, and a spare set of clothes for anyone that doesn't have carry-on clothes. So that'd be Ella and Andrew. Just in case something goes wrong on the plane, Aiden spills a drink or something. Is anyone else like me and have to have a list of things to get done before we leave? I don't know about you guys, but I want the house to be showroom condition for when I return. It just makes things so much more easier. So there's a few things here left to do.
that we obviously can't do until the next day, making sure everything's ready to go.
How much our upcoming trip is costing us so far. So just to give you an overview, we are going to Disney World over September and October of 2024. We're a family of 5, 2 adults and 3 kids, but for the budget, my oldest is considered an adult. He's 12 years old. But yeah, just thought it would be useful information to share what prices we've been paying. We've been going to Disney for a while now, and we've tried to work out ways where we can save some money and to really maximize the money that we are spending. So to get started, it's our flights, and this year we are flying with American Airlines. We have no allegiance to any aircraft. We will fly with whatever one has a sale on. So American Airlines is the first time we've used them this time. We've done Hawaiian, Fijian, Qantas, Virgin, and United. So I think this is the last one left. So we're flying via American Airlines. We've brought the ticket all on one ticket right through to Orlando. We purchased these tickets back in January. There was a sale on. Originally, we missed the first sale that came up. We just weren't able to confirm and lock in the annual leave with work. So we were a little bit disappointed, and we thought that we missed out forever. But we were watching the flights on Google Flights, and we saw that they came up again, and we were able to secure them towards the end of January. So that's about a 9-month window that we had there, and the time that we're going is over the New South Wales school holidays. So we're going a week before school holidays, and the 2 weeks during school holidays, and the week into term 4 of school. So I think we got a really good price. So for 2 adults and 3 kids, the cost is coming in at $6,986.30. And that's in Australian dollars. No conversions or anything like that. We paid for it direct online with American Airlines, and it was all in Australian dollars. It includes our luggage. I think it's 132 kilo bag each. And American Airlines also include a stroller or a car seat to be included as an additional luggage, which is really good for us. Our travel insurance, this year we are trialing and using our credit card. So in January this year as well, we started an American Express Qantas frequent flyer program to try and utilize and gain some points so we can get cheaper trips to Orlando. We haven't been able to utilize them yet, but hopefully we'll keep accumulating some points wherever we can. But purchasing our flights with the credit card meant that travel insurance was included with that. So that meant we had no costs on top of our travel for the credit card. The next thing was airport transfers. So we live in Western Sydney. It's about a 50-minute drive to the airport. There's no need for us to stay overnight at the airport. I know some people do. I know a lot of people do that just because they want to be close to the airport for the day. However, we're okay at getting up early. It's what we've always done. So we will be getting picked up and transferred to the airport and picked up and returned home. We don't have the seats available or the room available in our car when we've got all our luggage to get us there, and to obviously then pay for parking at the airport as well. So that for the pickup service and drop-off service is $310, and we'll pay for that when we get dropped off at the airport. The next thing is the tickets to Disney World and SeaWorld. So we purchased these tickets from Attraction Tickets, which is a UK company. This company has launched in Australia. However, the tickets that I've actually purchased is on the British website, and you have to email them to get a quote put together to purchase these tickets. So the tickets that we've purchased are 14-day tickets for the price of 7. We got them on a deal where adults pay children's prices, and we also received a Magic Band. With the SeaWorld tickets, the SeaWorld tickets include free parking at all the parks. It's also a 14-day pass. It includes Aquatica and Busch Gardens. The Busch Gardens also includes a bus to and from, because Busch Gardens is in Tampa. And it also includes Discovery Cove, and that's an all-inclusive day at Discovery Cove. We've also purchased the Dolphin Swim package on top of that as well. So all up for both of those tickets, that came to $5,200. That was me having to purchase in pounds and then converting it over to Australian dollars. The pound to dollar is about 52 cents. So it hurt a lot when I did do the conversions, but it is still a good deal for those for those tickets. The next thing we did was car hire. So we will be having a car when we get to when we get to Orlando. So we'll be picking up the car from Orlando airport. We'll have it for 6 days while we're around SeaWorld. While my husband Andrew will be using it to travel to NFL games. So he's got a game in Tampa and he's also got a game in Atlanta, so he'll be utilizing the car hire. He'll be returning the car hire on the Sunday a week later, or about a week and a half later, after his journey from Atlanta. He'll be dropping it off to Disney Car Care Center, and there was no additional cost in dropping it. Sometimes there's an extra charge dropping it from one location to another, but there was no additional charge. And the good thing about Disney Car Care Center is that they'll actually take you to another to wherever you need to go. They'll have a transfer service there as well. So it's right on Disney property. I think it's right near Magic Kingdom, and at that time where we will be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, so he'll be just getting the lift back to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So the car hire has come in at $885 Australian, and that is for us. I think it's for an intermediate SUV. From what I can gather, it should fit us all in, fingers crossed. When we're going over, we are taking empty luggage and we will be nesting them inside each other, so I'm hoping that everything should be able to fit into the car with all of us, and the pram and the car seat and everything like that. The next thing that I've got is the transfer from Disney back to Orlando airport on the way home. So we won't have the car anymore, nor will we fit in the car. I expect that we'll be using all our luggage space and have all of our suitcases full. So we'll be utilizing the Mears shuttle bus to pick us up and drop us back at the airport, and that will come in at 86 Australian dollars. The next thing is the SeaWorld accommodation. So we'll be staying at the Hampton Inn and Suites Orlando at SeaWorld. And that's come in at $847.25. That package includes breakfast, and I think there is a parking fee of $12 a night, which we'll obviously have to pay because we'll have a car during that portion of our trip as well. There shouldn't be any sort of resort fees or anything like that. That's from what I've gathered, from what I've read on the booking site, but I guess we'll know more when we get there. The Disney accommodation, I have touched on this before in my earlier video, but we have booked DVC for our stay, so there is no actual cost per se. However, we have purchased DVC, we do own it, so there was that initial outlay, but essentially this trip isn't costing us anything because we are utilizing all of our points. So we had points that we had banked from last year, and we're also utilizing this year's full points, and we're also borrowing some points from next year as well, because we won't be going back next year. Our next year's plans is hopefully Tokyo. So there's actually no cost there at all. However, I did just for fun looked online to see how much if we were to book those rooms that we are staying at, equivalent, how much that would come to. And it actually, I don't know if anyone would actually purchase this, but according to the Disney World website, if we were to book the rooms for the same date, same time, everything the same, if we were to actually pay cash for these rooms, we would be looking at $21,000 American, which like I said, I don't understand. I can't process that. But like I said, we're paying for this with our points, so there's no cost there at all. We actually rented out some of our DVC points that we weren't able to use from the year before that we had banked. So we're actually using that as we're putting that towards the cost of our holiday as well. So we rented out 130 points to a family. They utilized that. I think it was sometime in May this year. They went and spent a couple of days. So we did the booking for them, and then we handed it over to them, and we initiated a transfer through a hire company. We used Dave's DVC rental, and we got the funds deposited into our account, and that was actually $4,136.36 Australian. So I've minus that off our holiday stay, and because I've used that funds to help us pay for our holiday. The next thing is we've purchased tickets to the Halloween party, so we'll be going to the October 8th party. The tickets were $179 each in American dollars, and that converts over to $1,138. So I hope it's a really good night because it's cost us a lot. We've also, I've purchased a mobile phone SIM card just so we've got data while we're there, just so we can book lightning lanes or virtual queues. I've heard that having it on the Wi-Fi might make it a bit slower. So just having a SIM card that's an American SIM card will just be easier. And that cost me $58.50 from King Sims. We had to renew Esther's, so I had to renew an Esther for myself, my husband, and Aiden. The other two, Ryan and Ella, they had their Esther's renewed last year when their passports were renewed. So just the 3 Esther's, that came to $95. So that's basically us all in, that we're ready to go to spend. There was an additional costing, which is my husband going to the NFL. So he has purchased 2 tickets to he's just going by himself to 2 different games, and he's also staying one night in Atlanta. So I haven't put that into my budget because this is like a Disney post. So this is how much our Disney trip is costing us. So all in all, we're currently sitting at $11,469.69. That's pretty much all locked in, all ready to go, and everything we'll need to pay for basically, other than what's already laid out, is food and spending money. And we've got that all ready to go, in our Wise card, in our travel card, ready to go. So apart from that, that's pretty much our trip and the costing that it is what it's cost us so far. If you've got any questions, please post them down below. I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.